Welcome to the Too Much Dip podcast. It's Monday. I'm Dave, and I'm going to host today. I'm going to introduce new topics. I'm going to pass the ball around to my cohorts here. One of them is producing today. His name's Randy Trembacki.
Hi, Dave.
That's it?
What else do you want me to say? Purdue's about to get knocked out first round, so it's not like I have anything to say today.
See, no, he's back. Okay, now
it's
we
that
know.
time of year again.
Yeah, that's right.
Down on Purdue, Randy is in the building.
Hey, last year I didn't say they're going to get knocked out first round. I had some faith in them last year, and guess what? They made it to the championship and then lost in amazing fashion, like I knew they would. So, but this year,
You should be happy they made it that
season,
far.
man.
It's a great season.
yeah,
Every team but one would kill for that season.
I think that when I saw them lose, and in my heart, like I wasn't upset or mad or anything. I just knew that was the way it was going to go. That's the moment when I stopped caring about sports. When I was like, my team just lost the championship. I should be like really mad, upset, but I feel nothing. Like,
Yeah.
all right, I just don't care about shit anymore.
Well, your Horns have Xavier in the first round. I'm sure you've been paying close attention to Texas.
Oh, Xavier? Zan? Dude.
No, Xavier.
Oh, Zav? You talking about Zav? Dude.
s-
When my
Sorry.
team wins the big
Sorry, I
game,
said
it's
something.
good. But when my team doesn't win the big game, you better look out, Buster. I'm a loose cannon. This is not good at all.
Dylan Shivery.
I didn't watch golf yesterday until my college baseball slate had finished. If it tells you how I feel about golf these days, I did watch some golf though, and I'm ready to
It's
talk.
the first
about
thing
it.
on the runny.
Yeah, I am ready to talk about it. Yeah.
College baseball, coincidentally, second thing on the runny.
Oh, and I got some things to share with everybody.
Klein's here. You can be mad when Klein comes to town and me and Brett go play golf with him.
Which is interesting because I was initially on the golf invite text and I said maybe, and then I just got left off from then on out. So, are you guys playing? You are?
When my team wins a big game, it's good.
Who are you playing? Who's the fourth? Since it's apparently not me.
I don't know. Whoever's a member at Barton.
You guys are playing Barton? Yeah, I don't want to play Barton.
I think we're playing Canyons.
Yeah, I don't want to play.
Oh, I actually don't know where we're playing.
I don't want to play a nice course and just kick it around for a few hours and go home pissed off. So
Oh, Dylan, why don't you give it a shot?
I will be giving it
It's a visual pod.
shot when we go to Matto Ranchos later that evening. I'm excited for that.
So what's this? This would be a great time to just ask him because we're playing Sunday. So I don't know if we're going to Matt's Sunday. This is all recent.
I don't think he gets into town until Sunday.
Okay, you're right. There's something there because he's in town for pro days.
He leaves
Yeah.
Tuesday. I was just checking Brett's schedule, and I saw that he was leaving
Dude,
Tuesday.
Sometimes I'll get Brett's schedule popping up on mine, and that's my own doing. I know I don't have to look at his calendar, but I'll see like drinks with Kayla, Ranch 616. I'm like, I haven't drinks with Kayla at Ranch 6, and I'm like, oh, this is Brett's calendar.
Oh wait, no, that was Dylan's calendar. I have them all color coded, and it was Dylan. Yeah.
Yeah, I did say Klein's in town. Actually, yeah, Klein is in town right here, Sunday to Tuesday.
I respect the schedule calendar guy like Brett who puts even like social events, like a happy hour, on there. I don't ever really do that unless my wife sends it to me. I don't go out of my way to put a booze.
I put
I'd
all,
be forgetting shit. I need to, man.
I put it all on my Apple calendar on my phone, and then I forget to put it on my Google calendar. I know that Will wants to see it on the Google calendar. I'm like, whatever. Here, I'm going to do something Micah would do.
Oh, get you a Zevia, Haas.
Zevia, Haas.
I typically stick to the Gregorian calendar.
Yeah, what does that look like in your
should-
app?
It's just different Gregs.
Okay.
We should rank the days of the week.
Ooh.
Hey, shout out to our friends at Roback. Use code WASH20, one-time use code. Load it up, 20% off. Get you a hat. Get you some new collegiate stuff, some hoodies, some polos, all that stuff. Workout gear, the
Ooh,
shorts.
Check out the
built-in
grit
liner.
shorts with the liner. They're
Love it.
sick, man.
We love it. Hey, don't forget, we take calls on this here show. 888-618-4422. Leave us a voicemail. Maybe at the beginning, identify like, hey, this is for the dip line, or hey, too much dip line. Helps us distinguish it when we're going through the calls. But yeah, leave us a call. You might get played. In fact, you probably will. We don't get too many calls on Too Much Dip compared to the other show. But yeah, check it out. And then, as always, rate and review the pod. No KJ. We even acknowledged KJ gone. Sorry, dude.
KJ, you're out of here, mister.
KJ had a meeting. He had something pop up right at recording time, and we were trying to maybe move it, but Randy was being difficult, so we were just like,
Randy
nah.
shut us down.
No, tomorrow's not gonna work at all.
Yep.
Sorry, guys. I run a tight ship. I gotta do cold call, then I gotta do the other thing. What's the other thing?
Retail therapy. That does not sound. That is the worst imitation.
Nah,
of
I
No,
that.
that
think
sounds
not.
exactly
I can't
like
do
that.
it.
If, if I
that
close
one's
my eyes,
better than
I-
that one, yeah.
I close my eyes, I can't even tell who's
I'm
talking.
from Northwest Indiana.
See, this is a little bit better than
I'm from
before.
Gary.
The other first one you did, I don't know this. I'm
No,
not from
it's
Gary.
Not that far from Chicago.
I grew up going to the beach. People forget.
You can see it across the.
I went
across
to
the lake if you look closely.
I had a beach. I had a beach by my hometown.
That's fucking sick, dude.
Well, could be a little beach. Rory McIlroy.
Oh yeah.
Man, there's nothing better. Okay, that's not true. There's a few things better. But I do enjoy getting ready for work, cooking up some eggs, getting my kids ready, and just throwing on a fucking 3-hole aggregate playoff for the Players' Championship.
Oops.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed coffee in bed this morning, and I watched Rory just destroy that other poor soul. Yeah, that's right.
Hold on. So did your lady friend, did she bring you the coffee, or did you go and make coffee and then get back in bed to drink the coffee?
Drinking coffee in bed is one of the things that I enjoy most in this life. I love it. I went and made coffee myself. I brought it back and I crawled back into bed. The window was cracked. It was a nice, cool morning, and it was lovely. I watched a little bit of golf, a little bonus golf this morning. You got a fucking problem with that?
Did you hold your mug like a woman on her porch? Just
Like I set it on my bedside table, and whenever I needed a sip, I just reached over and I grabbed a sip and put it back.
Oh, hold on. No.
You guys don't drink coffee? You don't drink coffee in bed, Dave?
Dude, I swear to God, maybe in a hotel room a long time ago, I never had
Oh.
coffee in bed.
I do it whenever I get a chance.
Once I do coffee, once I'm at the coffee phase, I usually wait at least an hour before I touch coffee, and I'm up and at 'em by then. I've
Well, you-
already like fucking done burpees and shit.
My usual move, of course, bonus golf, that takes priority here, so I watch golf. But when there's not a playoff golf situation, I watch local news, and it soothes me.
Is it a horny play?
It's usually a pretty uninteresting stuff. They do weather and traffic. They do like a local businesses, like, hey, there's a new, it's just like, it's lame, but I enjoy it.
I see. I want to hate that, but I like that way more than the coffee in bed. I like the local news in the morning. That's a nice move. It's a nice touch.
You guys have ignored my question.
What was your question?
Is it a horny play?
No,
dude?
it's not a horny local
Is it a horny
news. It's
play?
not a horny play.
Okay,
I'm not,
but sometimes
if it was a
everybody
horny play, I would dial up like
every dude.
Hey.
those Latinas that do
The Mexico City
Chill
Weather
Latina.
Channel.
yeah, the
Hey, maybe-
Mexico Weather Channel.
Every dude has a traffic reporter or an anchor that they're kind of like, well,
Hey, since it's local news,
Alright.
it's probably a horny play. Hook 'em horns, Austin, Texas, everyone. Producer Randy here. I'll be taking the rest of the podcast off. Thank you.
I was talking to my sister over the weekend about Washed and about the show, and she says she really enjoys some Randy on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to further
Who's
embolden you to keep talking more, but
Mhm.
she does enjoy you.
I used to like your sister.
Yeah, me too.
Shouts.
Yeah,
Say hi, Haley. Say
Shout
it
out-
like you do.
Say hi, Haley.
Hi, Haley.
There you go.
That better?
Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
Her husband Kendall's gonna beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Hi, Kendall.
Yeah,
He's gonna fucking kill you, dude.
he's gonna kill you.
I've met Kendall multiple times, and
Yeah,
we've had great conversations.
Yeah, he's just
I think
setting you up.
He's just plotting.
He's gonna
Okay.
break your fucking shoulder.
But break my shoulder like Brett out there?
Yeah, kinda.
You're dealing with a shoulder injury too, aren't you?
I don't know. I have this problem in sleeping on it weird, and sometimes if you sleep on it, you get a couple of days where it's just feels off, and that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, I've laid off of it. Rory McIlroy, McRib, his second Players Championship. He's back. Comes out. So they play 16, 17, 18. Just absolutely crumples one. He crumples his tee shot.
Yeah.
Just absolutely aesthetically pleasing, a bomb. And
Which
JJ Spawn.
impresses, like, golf is a very mental game, and when you finish 4 rounds of golf in a tournament and you're tied, and you have to sleep before the playoff holes the next day, I would be an absolute head case. I would just be overthinking everything. Like, okay, 3 holes, you can get through this. but so much rides on every single shot. Got there and hit a drive like that. His mental fortitude is well beyond mine. Is what I'm trying to say.
Also, had a 3-shot lead with 5 to play. So he didn't choke it away, but he definitely should have won that yesterday.
Yeah.
And he mentioned that yesterday that like, yeah, I felt like I should have had it won.
Did he ever give that guy's phone back?
I don't know. The whole thing has gone silent. You know, it's a UT kid, right?
I did.
Luke
I
Potter.
did hear that. Yeah. A UT golfer even?
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't really understand Rory's heel turn. So he's had a lot of people. He's rubbed people the wrong way. Outspoken against Liv. I'm usually on his side on that. But then he'll every now and then have a moment where he's just kind of like, you kind of sound like a bitch there, just a little bit. But I still generally root for Rory. The phone thing was very out of character. Just walked over, took the guy's phone. And all the guys, what did he say? Just like 2011,
Something
Rory?
about hitting it in the water, just like 2011.
Yeah.
Which is, by my count, 14 years ago.
He was a kid. Very strange.
It was weird.
I'm still trying to figure out what came of that. But damn, I'm looking at this kid, Luke Potter's backswing. He's got a very, very flat swing. Anyway, but it sounds like this might be what we need if we're gonna get Rory to win a major this year. We might need asshole Rory. People are all over the hype train for Augusta.
I would love to see Rory go out at the Masters and win. I would. You say you are sometimes on his side with the lift stuff. I'm always on his side.
Mostly.
With the lift stuff.
No, usually, yeah. No, on the lift stuff, I'm usually.
His outspokenness against Liv has made me appreciate him much more than I already did.
But it was weird because he was tour guy, and then I think he got jaded with Big J Monahan and the way things were going, and then he kind of like took a step back. And I don't even know where he's at with it. Like the timeline's impossible to follow. But yeah, no, he was. I agreed with him being anti-Liv, but he was kind of forced to be the face of the tour then, and kind of put in a tough spot. But it's just funny because it's Rory, and then he just looks so thin-skinned. Goes and takes his kid's phone, but then he goes and wins.
Yeah,
he didn't even have his best stuff. He didn't hit his irons well.
He didn't hit fairways.
No,
he hit less than half the fairways, I believe.
Pretty insane.
Yeah, of course, he hasn't not won a major in a really long time. We'll love to see him.
It was a putt away basically last year.
We'll love to see him put that jacket on.
Yeah.
Instead of jacket off.
Yeah.
What?
The fuck?
The green jacket.
What's
what you win when you win the Masters.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Rory always wears a green jacket.
Oh, top of the morning to
you.
you.
Of course, the Northern Irishman wins the players on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh. Prayers to JJ. He never had a chance, Dylan.
About the gold.
He never stood a chance.
He didn't. That dude was deer in headlights.
Shout out to JJ Spawn, though.
Yeah.
That shot on 17. You will not find a more puzzled look on a golfer's face. In his press conference afterward, where he's like, he hadn't seen the video yet. And he's like talking about it, and I guess they have a highlight of it in the background. He's like, "Can you just play that? I've not seen it." And he's watching.
He didn't know what the hell happened.
No, he's like, he's like, I did everything I wanted to do. That's the club we wanted. That's the shot. He's like, I don't know how it was that long.
The wind was in their face.
It must have just,
and it was moving. It was like 12 miles per hour. I think he expected that ball to get knocked down more than it did.
Yeah, he hit it right through.
He hit it pure, just like he wanted to, but too much, and that it was over at that point.
It was so much so that I went and took a shower before I watched Rory tee off on 18 with the driver, which is a kind of a wild move.
He was in fuck it mode. He knew he had it.
But then I went and got in my shower and walked out, and it was over. That was it. It was church. So there you go. Shout out to Rory, a 2-time Players Championship winner, his 28th win on tour. All in all, like, that's a tournament that I would always watch. Didn't really, it kind of got mocked as people considering it like the 5th major or whatever. But when we got a trip there, Will wrote about it in his Washed Weekly last week. We took a trip there. And it was so fun. That course is so sick. So insane looking. Would love to play it. I like the tournament and
a great
everything they do
tournament.
around it. Yeah.
The fifth major, some people refer to it as. It's a really fun one. It does have
Mhm.
major energy. You know, that was such a fun trip, dude. Such a fun trip. A lot of
Oh,
good,
yeah.
a lot of good memes.
Oh yeah.
Dude, there's some major energy here tonight.
Is that something you would say when you go out?
Dude, that's what I'm gonna start saying.
That's what he says when he walks into a bar and the baddies are just out,
Oh, like, all fucking major energy.
and then he
man.
talks to 0 of them.
Exactly.
Dude, I loved it when people would say BDE.
Big dick
This
energy.
guy's got BDE.
Oh God, that was lame. Shout out to Rory.
Let's bring BDE back.
No, it had its moment and it's past.
Randy, you're trying to bring VD back, aren't you?
Is that venereal disease? Is that the joke there?
Update, run it back real quick.
All right. He's updating run it back, folks.
Yeah, it's been updated.
All right. Before we get into what I imagine will be just a salty college baseball segment, I want to talk about our good friends at Factor.
Okay.
Are you ready to optimize your nutrition this year?
Yes, sir.
Factor is chef-made gourmet meals that make eating well easy. They're dietitian approved and ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes so you can fuel right and feel great no matter what life throws at you, Randy. Get you a little chicken breast, a little pork chop. Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active, busy lifestyle. Check this out. Lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor Keto meals based on a randomized controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto. Results will vary depending on diet and exercise, but that's still nuts. With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, it's easy to pick meals tailored to your goals. Choose from preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto. I'm a Protein Plus guy. It's no secret. I'm trying to eat 150, 160 grams of protein a day. Not easy. Factor, boom. I'm getting the Protein Plus. I know what I'm getting right there. Maybe I'm getting 35, 40, 45 grams of protein in a meal. And it didn't take me long because I just had to heat it up and eat it. It's phenomenal.
These meals, like you said, packed with protein. They are delicious. They're good for you. And they're so easy. And they make so much freaking sense, especially for those of you with a busy lifestyle. Love these things, man.
It can help you feel your best all day long with wholesome smoothies, breakfast, grab-and-go snacks, and more add-ons. Reach your goals this year with ingredients you can trust and convenience that can't be beat. Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/factorpodcast and use code FACTORPODCAST to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code FACTORPODCAST at factormeals.com/factorpodcast to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. All right, Dylan, you're in the batter's box with this segment.
Oh.
Like I said, I watched a little college baseball over the weekend. As far as I know, the first slate of games that were not on like ESPN Plus, so I actually got to watch them on my television, which I enjoyed quite a bit. Love watching college baseball. I would like to bring your attention to one program in particular to kick this off, if you will indulge me, David. Texas A&M.
Oh, it must be doing well.
They had a great season last year. They went to the College World Series, and of course, they lost a tough one to Tennessee in the national championship. Their head coach, Jim Schlossnagle, which is a fun one to say, was stolen by a hated rival, the University of Texas, like right after they lost to Tennessee. Pretty tough situation. A&M fans in disbelief, upset about it. They felt like they were wronged, and they probably were. They probably were how it went down. Anyway, A&M's loaded. They retained most of their roster. The hitting coach they also lost their hitting coach to Texas, Michael Early, I believe his name is. And then about a week later, Texas A&M hired him back to be their head coach. Widely beloved by their players. It was a roster play. They wanted to keep a lot of guys there, so they brought this guy back. And he's the head coach now at Texas A&M. Like I said, loaded roster. They got Chase Laviolette. I think that's how you say his name. Projected top 3, top 5 pick. He's still there. Preseason number 1. Unanimous. This is a loaded roster, David. So we are just over a month into the season. February 14th was their first game. They are now, let's see, what is their record? 10-9.
1 game over 500.
The fastest team to drop out of the top 25 when they're ranked preseason number 1 ever. The
Who's
only
keeping
team.
that stat?
That's just the kind of thing that you look up when a team just plummets out of the gate the way they did. The next closest in 2014, I got this right here.
Mississippi State.
Cal State Fullerton in 2014 was preseason number 1. It took them 10 weeks to fall out of the top 25. A&M, it just took them 4. They are falling apart. They're losing close
What's the
games, costly errors. Their bullpen is crumbling. They're just not a great baseball team. To make matters worse, Texas started preseason ranked 18. They have ascended to number 5. They're 17-1. They lost their opening game and they have won 17 straight. I kind of feel for Texas A&M fans, and I don't say that too often, as they are a rival of my Texas Longhorns. Just tough, man. Just a tough situation up in College Station. Oh, they were just swept, by the way. They played Alabama. They had a home series. This was in College Station. They were swept by Alabama.
Oh, the Tide.
Texas just swept Mississippi State in Starkville.
Shout out Rooker.
Shout out Rooker. Yes. Just a tough situation. The SEC has 8 of the top 10 teams in the country right now.
SEC's deep.
SEC's deep. When Texas was joining the SEC, a lot of the talk was around football, and there's like, oh, just wait, brother, you ain't ready for this. Seems to be other sports that the SEC.
Basketball, indeed.
Basketball is just
Baseball.
killer this season, and of course, baseball. 8 of the top 10 teams, none of which are Texas A&M, as I just talked about.
Yeah, we should also talk about, I don't know if you've seen this, University of Michigan, 11-8.
I saw one of their guys.
3-3 in conference, but they're hanging around. Recently, I believe took down West Virginia. No, we're Virginia. Excuse me, the Cavaliers. I should probably know that. But anyway, Randy, if you don't mind throwing this up on the screen, the real reason we're talking Michigan baseball, we just had a Selly to end all Sellys.
And Benny Casilla scores as well. That's a 3. And Benny Casilla scores as well. That's a 3.
Yeah, it looks like a dude dove into third base. Don't know how he got there. Probably a triple.
Some dude sliding to third, lay a juicy turd. Others
This-
sliding to third and just
This guy
fucking hit a rail.
rips a gator tail right there on third base.
He
Just
snorted
does
the line.
the cocaine celebration.
You got to think he's hearing about this one, huh?
Yeah, he might get a. Hey man, you want to stop by the office when you get a chance? One of those conversations. Hey, don't do the cocaine thing again, Bob.
That's a good celebration.
It's really good.
It's good. It's good.
Oh,
It's good.
It's so
College baseball, man, I love it. Love it. That's all I really have on that.
I'll be attending the Texas State game here in a couple weeks. Texas State, after beating Texas early in the season,
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M, excuse me, has struggled since then. We're fighting. We're
The
treading water.
number 2 LSU Tigers are in Austin this weekend for a series here.
Ooh, okay.
I believe LSU is number 1 in a different poll, but Baseball America, they're ranked number 2, having a great start to their year as well.
All right.
So if Texas gets through this and wins this series, I'd take 2 out of 3 against LSU. That'd be a huge win, I think. The Texas team looks pretty solid, man. Should be a fun year in Austin.
It should be. Should be. Get out if you're in Austin and you have not caught a Texas game, I find them very easily accessible. It's not like not a beating to go. Like a
Yeah.
football game. Obviously they're different, but it's very easy just to go, and it's not that different than going to like a high school game. Like you just get in and out very easily, and I would love to go, and I will be going, and I have not been since. Man, I went with Primrose like 7 or 8 years ago. Few of us
Texas
from the office went.
Texas A&M comes to Austin next month in April.
You should go.
That should be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. We got a visitor, Randy. What's going on out
Is
there?
that Willie?
I have no clue.
Okay.
Purdue is 17-2. How about that?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's real good.
They face Stephen F. Austin is in Sugarland. How far is Sugarland from here? Sugarland, Texas.
Sugarland is a northern suburb of Houston.
Oh, I will not be going.
I
to
thought
the
they
game.
were out Nacogdoches way. What's out there?
Sugarland?
No. Stephen F. Austin. Where are they located?
Wait, what did you just say?
I said
Stephen F. Austin's in Knack.
Stephen F. Austin, Sugarland, Texas, Constellation Field is where they're going to be.
Well,
playing.
that's not a.
It must be a
That's where-
neutral site
that's where
game.
they're
It's a new.
technically.
Yeah,
Even though it's not
like
there.
Dave said.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
dude,
go.
that's the Knack. Stephen F. Austin, home of the Lumberjacks.
Northeast Texas.
Interesting.
Surprised you didn't know that.
I'm surprised you thought that I might know that.
Well, you're a Texan now, brother.
That's true. I got my
I'm going to
boots
throw
on
another
today.
wrench in. I think it's like southeast, east Texas. Is it
It's not
northeast?
Northeast. Where's Knack?
I thought it was like mid-east.
I don't think it's in the Middle East.
Nacogdoches. Let's see. Let's zoom out here and see where we are.
Hmm.
Anyways, Constellation Field.
You're right. It is smack dab in the middle of Southeast Texas, or sorry, East Texas, not South.
Yeah,
It's
just
not Northeast. It's north of Austin, but
mhm.
and that is your geography lesson of the day.
You learned something today,
Yeah.
listeners. And I got more you can learn.
Like what?
Fast-growing trees.
They grow fast. That's my favorite thing.
I
about
love
it.
fast-growing trees. This is the second time they've sponsored a Wash Media product, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Did you know Fast Growing Trees is the biggest online nursery in the United States? With thousands of different plants and over 2 million happy customers, they have all the plants your yard needs, like fruit trees, privacy trees, flowering trees, shrubs, and so much more. Whatever plants you're interested in, Fast Growing Trees has you covered. Find the perfect fit for your climate and space. Fast Growing Trees makes it easy to get your dream yard. Order online and get your plants delivered directly to your door in just a few days without ever leaving your home. Their Alive and Thrive guarantee ensures your plants arrive happy and healthy. Plus, get support from trained plant experts on call to help you plan your landscape, choose the right plants, and learn how to care for them. So last time around, I got a rose bush.
Mm.
I planted that rose bush. I was a little unsure. I didn't know if the spot in front of my house where I put it would receive a rose bush. I don't have a green thumb traditionally, but I planted it. Guess what's still there thriving?
Ooh, is it the rose bush that
It's
you
the rose
planted?
bush.
Okay.
And that was a few years ago.
Wow.
It's made it through multiple freezes. I do take care of it. And yes, this last bullet point I read about the plant experts, I have leaned on them in the past. When I was planting it, I called and I needed some help. I did a chat actually, and that helped me get that thing in there. Now it's thriving, looks great. This spring, they've got the best deals for your yard, up to half off on select plants and other deals. And listeners to our show get 15% off their first purchase when using the code MUCHDIP at checkout. That's an additional 15% off at fastgrowingtrees.com using code MUCHDIP at checkout. Fastgrowingtrees.com. Use code MUCHDIP, okay? Now is the perfect time to plant. Use MUCHDIP to save today. Offer is valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions may apply. Check it out. There's so many trees on there. When they were telling us you could select a couple and they'll send it to us, I was on there for 2 hours. I was just like, everything I looked at on there, I was like, that would look really dope. And they have it so where like they know what your zip code is, so they know what will and won't grow in your zone. So it's very easy. So go to fastgrowingtrees.com, use code MUCHDIP at checkout. Tournament time.
Tournament time, baby.
Can't just hand him a freaking bracket, yo.
Oh, dude.
Shout out to that guy. Backers are funny. So yeah, we're not going to go game by game. Horns have got Xavier. My Baylor Bears, my wife's Baylor Bears, and by default, my Baylor Bears have Mississippi State. That's an 8-9 matchup. Both of our teams are dogs in those first games, by the way, interestingly.
Yeah, I was just explaining to you before we started to record that Texas is a talented team with a head coach that Texas is just waiting for a reason to fire at this point, Rodney Terry, who, to remind everyone, took over for Chris Beard after the Dom Vi situation. And look, he's done a decent job. He's he's not widely regarded as a mastermind of college basketball. And so he kind of just like as a lame duck head coach. Again, the Texas team is pretty talented. They have their freshman Trey Johnson, SEC Freshman of the Year. The dude is lottery pick, great scorer. I mean, it's like, do I want to see 3 wins? Do I want to see 2 wins and give Texas a reason to keep Rodney Terry around for another year? I don't know. I don't want to. I'm not rooting against Texas, but it's like
There's guys who are though.
it's the inevitable. Like he's going to get fired. It's just a matter of when. And so, again, I want Texas to win. That'd be great.
I was eavesdropping a conversation in the gym locker room, and it was a Texas fan who's just like, "Yeah, they're not going to go anywhere. I hope they lose their first game so we can get rid of Terry."
I think a lot of people do feel that way.
Like this guy was actually worried about a Sweet 16 run. I was like, "Dude,
yeah,
I was like, that is such a weird place to be as a fan."
He just, yeah.
Well, I won't give you my predictions, although I think the best I've watched like 6 college basketball games. Most of them were Baylor involved. Although I watched Baylor play U of H, and I watched U of H play Tech, and U of H is the best team I've seen. Tech's good too, but U of H is just they're fucking. I love how they play because every dude on there is a dog. They just get boards and play defense. So I like U of H, but watch out for Baylor if you're Duke and you're not necessarily healthy.
Cooper Flag's out, man.
And you catch Baylor in that second round. I don't know. Okay.
I haven't watched Baylor this year.
They've got dudes. They're probably similar to Texas in that they don't. You watch them and they
Is Scott
there's
Drew
something.
still coaching that
Scott Drew,
outfit?
yeah,
That outfit up there.
he warded off the Baylor warded off Kentucky last year to keep Scott Drew.
Okay.
But no, I mean Baylor's got 5 stars that you watch them and it's like they just need more time. Like if this team stuck together for another year, they'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But no, I expect them to win. But I think they're 2.5 point dogs. Yeah, interesting. Anyway,
What's going on with the
real reason we're talking about
Yeah, I was
basketball.
gonna say, which
West Virginia.
which region is West Virginia in?
Well, here's the deal. They are not playing in the NCAA tournament. It appears they have been they've fallen victim to the National Corrupt Athletic Association.
Oh no.
So for context, West Virginia plays in the Big 12.
Is that really what it says on the podium?
It is,
It's
Dylan.
not Photoshopped?
No, that's real.
That's
Um,
great. That is great.
West Virginia is good. West Virginia has they beat Arizona this year, beat Gonzaga. They were okay in conference, a tough conference, beat Kansas. 111, there's apparently, I don't know what you have to do to become a bracketologist, but this is a real stat I saw on Twitter. Of the 111 bracketologists,
That's a lot of bracketologists.
every one of them had West Virginia getting in. Every one of them. Okay. And to be fair, I saw some other schools, like, for example, Texas. Like only 50 had Texas getting in.
Classic bubble team.
North Carolina gets in over West Virginia. Okay. What's going on there? That's very interesting. North Carolina was in 27 of those brackets. That same pool of bracketologists. North Carolina only in 27. So what we're saying here is if you're a West Virginia fan, if you're a Mountaineer, you're big mad. Like, what the fuck happened? Should have been in. Pretty much everybody agrees with you. Cue the governor of West Virginia and the attorney general who called a press conference yesterday. And let's find out what he has to say.
And I've asked Attorney General McCuskey to launch an investigation into the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee to determine if any backroom deals, corruption, bribes, or any nefarious activity occurred during the selection process. I know that the Attorney General and I are going to leave no stone unturned during this process. And I've asked.
Underrated part of this is when he messes up and calls it a backdoor deal, and the attorney general starts laughing.
Yeah, he did. I think he meant back room.
He was thinking about anal.
Yeah, yeah.
Is the joke, Randy?
Yeah, and if you the visual is funny because, like I said, the podium literally says National Corrupt Athletic Association on it. Like they went and had a sign printed at
Dude,
Kinko's
Yeah, they went to Fast Signs.
and had
not
this
good.
thing fitted for the front of this podium. This
Hang
is
on.
fantastic.
It's really delightful.
Is this how you want your your state government spending their time, Dave?
I mean,
Why not? Who gives a shit?
I feel like West Virginia, the good people of West Virginia have bigger issues. I think they were hit quite hard by like the opioid crisis.
Well, maybe they got that settled, and now
I don't think
moving
they
on to
did.
Okay,
I don't know if
No.
they did. I just don't know. This is nice. I mean, come re-election time, you're gonna remember this, and you're like, you know what? He stood up for our Mountaineers. At the end of the day, like, sure, we policy wise, like, we're not doing great education wise. Could be a lot better, but there's a great chance this goes nowhere. In fact, this will go nowhere. I have to tell you. Do you remember when Florida
Yeah.
State was going to investigate the NCAA after they got left out of the playoff?
Yeah, I don't remember how that concluded. What did they find?
They never fought. They never even filed a lawsuit. They never did anything. There's nothing. Because there's no stand. There's nothing. There's nothing they can do. I really hope they exhaust all options here. This would be great.
Yeah. This is fun. This is fun. Yeah, again, I don't think does stuff like this ever like turn out the way they hope? Like what's the real goal here? They can't reverse the decision.
We get like an acknowledgement, like an apology.
Like, all right, you guys were right. You know what? We're gonna replace North Carolina with you guys. You brought up some good points.
Look, points were made.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if we could get this guy on.
The governor?
Dude, he did. Oh fuck, he did Barstool today. He did the Yak today. That's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah, I literally just was scrolling through Twitter and yeah, that's amazing. No, we were talking about this with the Mavs, and I couldn't believe that there hasn't been like a local politician out of Dallas Fort Worth, like a state rep, represents part of Dallas or something that is like wanted to investigate the Mavs for trading Luka. And then I remembered who owns the Mavs and how much money they put into Texas. And of course, I'm talking about the Sands Corporation, who are actively looking to get gambling and resorts in Texas. So there's a lot of money out there, is what I'm telling you. So that's probably why that hasn't happened. But I'm like, this is a perfect thing if you're going to grandstand about something that is not that big of a deal, grand scheme. How is no local politician taking up like we're going to investigate the Mavs. We're going to investigate the NBA.
Yeah, bigger fish to fry. Ted Cruz, like they try to limit us to 2 beers a day. He said, no, sir.
He was fucking pissed. And guess what?
He kiss my ass. What did he
I had 3 beers on Saturday.
Whoa.
How about that? 2 Kolsch and a Guinness.
I want to report you.
Do it. Come and get me.
Shout out to our friends out in West Virginia way.
That's a bummer, dude. That really, I mean, I always think about if you're like a senior in West Virginia and that's how your season ends. They're going to go play they're not playing NIT. They're playing the other one.
There's another one?
Yeah. What's the other one, Randy?
The NUT?
No, it's not the NUT.
Come on, man. We're doing a show here.
Is it the Collegiate League of Interscholastic Teams?
Yes. Interscholastic. No, I don't think that's it.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Why not?
Coalition for Liberation of tree dwellers. That's a Jay and Silent Bob joke that you were trying to make right there.
Okay.
They're playing in the Crown. I'm sorry, this is bad. They're playing in the other one, the Crown Invitational Tournament. You familiar? You're not.
Oh yeah, of course. No, I've never heard of that in my life. I can't even tell if you're being serious.
They declined an invitation to play the NIT, and they're going to play in the Crown. I don't know. It's some new dude. There should be another one that's good. They should do another one that
How-
has a much different format. And like, let's say it's, I don't know, maybe it's maybe it has the rock and jock hoop. It's got a 50-foot hoop.
How many teams play in the NIT? Is it as big as the NCAA tourney?
And
64
it
teams?
actually has an unlimited amount. You can come back, like your teammate, your a fellow team.
Do you
can,
go to
like-
the gulag?
Yeah, you go to the gulag and earn your way back. So like you could conceivably play a number of times.
You go to the gulag and you play 3-on-3 against another team who just got eliminated, and then you get brought back up.
Oh, speaking of which, when's Verdansk coming back?
Dude, I told Parks I was going to drop into Verdansk, and he's excited to watch.
Does he not want to?
No, he just wants to watch me play.
April 3rd.
Dude, I'm going to have to.
There's 16 teams in the Crown.
Okay.
They should just. they should-
NCAA tournament starts tomorrow? Wednesday?
Yes. There's games tomorrow night. Texas plays tomorrow night. No, I'm
thought
sorry.
they play
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
They Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay.
So there you
I'll
go.
be watching.
It's weird. It's weird to see Texas play on that first night, a play-in night.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
we should just get like a table and some buckets of beers and go to Little Woodrow's, man. Just watch all the games.
Who's
March
this?
Madness.
Who is this guy?
That's not what you want to do.
This is what I want to do, man. This is Sports Randy coming in
Oh.
live.
Got a new character here.
Yeah.
Getting workshop. This guy just wants to get. Did you hear what he said?
I just want to watch some ball.
He
Drink
wants
some
to
beer
get a
with my
bucket of
bros.
beers.
Beers, bros, ball. 3 Bs.
Little Woodrow's.
Have you reached out to the governor of West Virginia yet? See if we can book him.
You're a shitty producer.
What
are you waiting for?
Is that my job?
He's doing the yak and he won't do too much dip. That's fucked up. I just
Oh,
took
boy.
a big swig of water.
I heard.
Did
I
you
heard
hear that?
I heard it go
Folks at home
down.
could hear
That was a
that.
I was-
glug.
Sorry about the glugs, folks. That was unintentional. Shout out to Patrick Morrissey. I'm gonna go watch that interview after this. All right, y'all want to run it back? You got
run it
anything
back?
else we
Get
need
the
to talk
hell-
about?
Get the hell
Oh,
out
did
of
you
here.
see Joey Gallo? Can we talk Joey Gallo? real quick?
yeah.
I always liked Joey Gallo when he was a Ranger.
I hate Joey Gallo
Why? Because he's
because
all or nothing.
because he hits 120 and hits 38 home runs, and people think he's a good ball player. And he makes a lot of money, and he sucks at his job.
Okay, Dylan, not a fan of Joey Gallo. Let's put that in the rundown.
He strikes out 17 times a game.
Okay, I know, but I always wanted it to work. It didn't. He bounced around.
When he gets a hold of it, though, he sends it a long way.
He hits piss missiles. He's got an arm on him, too. Was recently cut by the noted powerhouse Chicago White Sox.
Southsiders.
Tough seeing getting cut by the Sox.
Yeah, they stink, baby.
They're really bad.
Well, he posted something yesterday. It was a hype video of him just throwing fucking rockets from the outfield. Said bye-bye. It's been a great time out in the field, but that time's done. Alluding to something. And in the last clip, which you can barely see, it's him on the mound. He clearly had pitched as a positional player, probably, in a blowout game, as happens from time to time. He's switching to pitcher.
This is not going to work
Why?
because it takes more than just a big arm to be a Major League Baseball pitcher.
How do you know?
You have to have command. You have to have like three plus really good pitches.
Mhm.
You got to know strategies. It takes years of development to get to that level.
Dylan starred on the rookie. That's how he knows.
You don't know how many pitches he's got. Maybe he's got a little four seam.
Are they Major League quality?
He's got an arm.
Okay, let's say he throws 95, and I'm not even sure that he does. You need movement on that pitch. If you're throwing 95,
True.
you got to have at least 2 other really good pitches. Keep the batter honest. You got to locate that ball. A lot goes into it, man.
Did you know Joey Gallo took Greg Maddox's daughter to prom?
I did not know that. Really?
Well, why don't you fucking you look at some facts before you come talking shit about Joey Gallo?
So you're saying that Greg Maddox tutored him on the mound? Like, what does that have to do with anything?
Just saying that was a fun fact that popped up when I was looking up his career pitching stats.
That's interesting. Okay, when he does take the mound as a positional player, like in a blowout game, what is he pumping up there? What's he pumping?
You want to know for real?
I do.
110 miles an hour.
All right, take back everything. He's got it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got it.
It's pretty fast.
This is fun. It's funny. Good luck, Joey.
He's got, let's see here.
Dude's
His arm strength is in the 90th percentile.
a walking strikeout.
He ranked in, okay, yeah. Averages 94 miles an hour on his throws from the outfield.
That's not even good.
It's in the 95th percentile.
That's 95%.
That's not even good. Like from a crow hop throw. What are we talking? Because if he's all out from the outfield when you get to run into your throw and crow hop, 95 is not great.
Again with the percentiles.
Yeah, crows can fly.
I don't know, man. What's the dude for Cincinnati? The
What if he's just a
shortstop?
junk baller? What if he totally throws everybody off and he's just up there throwing knuckleballs?
Throwing nucks?
Joe Burrow.
I always say nuck if you buck.
What if he's got 2 pitches? He's got a fucking 100
110?
mile an hour, but it doesn't move, but he's got a knuckleball. They don't look alike coming off the hand.
No,
That's a
they
problem.
look. You diagnose that pitch immediately when they start.
What
to
if he
wind
has a
up.
fastball that looks just like a knuckleball? He can throw it with that fucked up finger position. It's crazy. There's
You're
a lot
you're
of
talking
things.
about defying the laws of physics.
There's
here.
a lot of
You're
things
just-
Dylan hasn't thought of.
You're right. I haven't thought of throwing 100 miles per hour with a knuckle grip.
Do you
I
not
haven't
know
thought
how
about that.
percentiles work? I mean, what was it? 95%? Not percentile? That's nuts.
Pretty crazy, bro.
Saying 95 miles per hour from the outfield is not great. 95 miles per hour, 95th percentile.
95th percentile of outfield arms, which I don't know. Like, does that count? Like, just tossing into the cutoff man, like versus. You know what I mean?
If that's the average, then that's probably is really good. But if
That
we're talking
seems
like
like
all out,
unfair way to do it.
because when you crow hop and you really get into a ball, you add like 7 to 10 miles per hour on it.
Facts. Something to think about, Randy.
Because you yourself are moving first.
Well, you get full torque, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do.
You get full on torque.
This guy's on Nugenics.
Yeah.
Like
Good
Frank
luck to
Thomas.
our good luck
right.
to our
Frank
friend
Thomas, the big hurt.
We're rooting for you, Joey Gallo.
Joey
If
Gallo.
you
Good
want to come
luck.
on the pod,
Good luck, bud. All right,
Feel
should we run
free.
it back? Get the hell out of here.
run it back, bitch.
Of course, that's the segment during which we talk about what we already talked about. Randy was being a little beach to start this episode.
Oh, I wasn't.
Dylan watches the local morning news, and it's not a horny play. Randy is trying to bring VD back.
I wasn't.
Nacogdoches is in East Texas, not Northeast Texas. You can't just hand them a freaking bracket, yo. West Virginia has an opioid crisis.
They do. It's not funny.
Their public education system isn't great either. Dave wants us to book the governor of West Virginia as a guest on Too Much Dip. And finally, Joey Gallo is a walking strikeout. And that concludes Run It Back.
Let's see where West Virginia's public schools are ranked. Oh God. Near the bottom in math test scores.
Is that where but is this the NCAA or the brackologists that are ranking these?
The brachologists?
Yeah, the brackologists. Because there's
Oh, no.
there's a discrepancy between the two, clearly, as we've learned.
All
Yeah,
I'm saying
maybe there was a
is-
backdoor deal that got him that ranked out low.
Yeah, the back door there. Yeah, they're near the bottom in national rankings of educational success. So maybe this guy should fucking focus on that.
Yeah, Randy.
He is focusing on his public education as long as it involves their basketball team.
This guy's just trying to teach them face to face instead of handing them a freaking packet, yo. So I respect him.
Gotta touch their hearts.
You gotta touch their hearts, Dylan.
You got to, man.
Bye.
Bye.